This is how creepy. Okay, I'm gonna just turn it over here. This is how creepy the foster kid that I had to live with was. So she would like, oh my god, she would honestly just track all my data online and stalk me incessantly. Every time I left the house, she would wait like 10 minutes until my bus left and just follow the bus. And she would call like the cops or the crime stoppers line just to like tell them, or like, like those like are you feeling like you're in mental health crisis. She would call and say that like I was actually like just blowing her off or I was stalking her. And then she would like make up all these stories and rumors about me to the people that I was gonna go meet. And like, so that like she would, I don't know how she got in contact with them. I have a feeling that they were all sort of involved with each other. After she tracked my data online, she would send messages to those guys, and then she'd be like, yeah, she's crazy, like we're actually lesbian lovers and she just refuses to like be monogamous. Like she thinks that like we're not like together, like but even though we have sex with each other all the time. That's what she would tell everyone. Like it was insane. And I was like, what the fuck is her problem? Like her name was Tiffany, but her Korean name is Changmi. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that's what she was doing. So she kept on saying that, and the only people who would believe her were just as stupid as she was, which is a lot of people. To be fair, they didn't understand. Like the problem is that they didn't think that she would lie about that kind of stuff because they never met people like that before, and they didn't learn about that kind of stuff in school, and they never grew up around people like that. So they're like, they didn't know what that was. To them, it didn't make sense. Somebody that I lived with would just go around and spread rumors and be evil, right? And they didn't like think evil was a thing. They thought that was just in movies and stuff. And I'm like, no, she's insane. She would just like randomly make up rumors about me because she doesn't like the fact that I was gonna get married, have a boyfriend, and leave the house. She didn't like the fact that I was gonna move out, so she would go everywhere, including to my employers, and lie to them about me, which is just slander, right? And they believed her somewhat. She got like all my exes involved, who they're not actually my exes. Actually, sorry, I misspoke. She got all these guys that were raping me and stealing from me involved, to, like further try to damage my reputation. And I was like, what the fuck is your problem? And then she attempted to befriend me afterwards. So she thought that like after she did all of that, like we can be friends again. And I'm like, she thought number one that I wouldn't find out, and number two that she wouldn't go to prison for it, and number three, even if I did find out, even if she did go to prison, that like I'd still want to be friends with her after because we're family and families always stick together like Lilo and Stitch. I'm like, family's forever, and I'm like, what? Are you stupid? Are you like brain dead or something? Like, why would I want to be around you after you do that? That's fucked up. Also, you're not a hot guy. You don't have a lot of money, and I don't even like you. So why the fuck would I even want to be friends with you? That's so stupid. But yeah, that's what she thought. She thought that like same thing with like this guy David who was stealing from me. He was pretending to be me, and then same thing with this girl named Racine, which I had a feeling she might be a tranny. They were all pretending to be just like me, and they thought that like I was the ugly one, not them, which is really insane. I'm like, you're copying me and you're telling me that I'm the ugly one. That's weird. But yeah, that's what she was saying. She was like, yeah, we're like totally dating, and like you can't go out with her because like blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she forced me to go to her graduation, which was super awkward. And I was like, why do I have to go? Like it was like just painful to watch. Like I don't even know if she actually graduated. I know everyone who lived there was insane, and apparently people in Toronto are really stupid. That's where the stupid people live in Canada, is in Toronto. And they like, I don't know, they all congregated and they all believed her stories about how we were lesbian lovers because they were all jealous of me. So even if it wasn't true, they didn't care because they're like, yeah, that's what she said and she lives with her, so it has to be true. Otherwise, like, it wouldn't make sense for her to lie unless she's crazy. Like, I don't know. And they didn't even like, I don't know why they couldn't like connect the two dots together. Like they weren't able to. They were really stupid. And then they were like, oh yeah, she's like totally a lesbian and she's like in love with her sister or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's Tiffany. You're talking about Tiffany, not me. You keep thinking I'm Tiffany. We don't even look alike. Like, what the fuck is your problem? And then they end up getting really racist, saying like, "You're just a stupid zipper chick." Ah, you think you know better than me? You know what? Canada's a better country than your country. You should be thankful that you're living here. And I'm like, I've been trying to leave for ages because you people live here, and they're doing everything they can to make it look like they were actually helping. So they would cause problems, and I would fix it, and I would move on. They're like, see, now you know how to like fix those problems now, so like we're helping you by doing this. And I'm like, how are you helping if I shouldn't have even had to do that to begin with? Like, that's called not helping. And they're like trying to take credit for their involvement by trying to make themselves look positive by saying like, oh, like, you know what, like, our interference was beneficial to you because you learned something. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what the fuck they were on about, but they were like, they went insane. And I was like, does anyone believe you? Like, I started to suspect that they didn't have any friends, and I think I was right. They don't have any friends. They have like neighbors and gangs that they're involved in. They, like, I know in the media they present gang members as all black guys wearing wife beaters and wearing do-rags and carrying a bunch of guns. Those aren't gang members. Gang members are those white girls who had like weird dads growing up, or like, you know, when they want to be cool, so they started like listening to like really pop music who they didn't even like, and then they like gathered around to like, you know, bully other girls. Those are gangs. So that's what they were doing, and they were like, they thought that they were cool, and they thought that like, I don't know, like, oh, like, you don't know what it's like to be us and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, I don't know what it's like to be a piece of shit because I'm not a piece of shit, okay? And I didn't know that's what she was saying. They were all saying that, by the way. They thought that like it was true because they said it, and that I'd believe their lies one day. They're like, oh, if we say it enough times, like, it probably come true. And I was like, I don't understand what you're trying to say. Like, are you like reading some like off-brand free yoga, free mantra, free introduction to Buddhism online or something? That's what that sounds like. Yeah, because you're that naive that you read some article online and it's completely true and you can take it word for word, right? They're insane. And they don't understand that, like, why I don't like them, or like why it's not okay to stalk people. And they were like blaming me, saying like I was the one stalking other people, and I'm like, I wasn't stalking anyone. Holy shit, you're the one stalking me. Like, stop saying that. But again, they're mentally ill, so they don't get it. Like, it's so creepy. I'm like, what the fuck? What do they want from my life? Like, they're so weird. All they want to do is like, I don't know what the fuck. Honestly, all they want to do is like, I don't know, try to convince everyone we're together when we're not. Like, why would you want that? Why would you want people to believe your lies? Weird. Yeah, they're really lonely and they don't have any friends, and their family members stop talking to them when they're all dead. So weird. I'm like, why would you want it? This is stupid. But I'm just like, and then they like started begging. They're begging on the streets now for free therapy, or like free life coaching, or free people to like free like fitness coaching. Yeah, they're like on the streets and they're like, please help me like get my life together. Please help me get my shit together. But they don't say that. They're like telling people how bad it is for them, so that somebody would take pity on them, and then would want to like invest all their emotional and physical and social effort into making them a better person. When literally you shouldn't be doing that. It's called soliciting, I think, in public places. I think that's illegal. Some people are sexually soliciting for like sexual favors. The cops are doing that. Every police officer I've met solicits for sexual favors. So they like panhandle their vagina or their penis, and they're like, please have sex with me in exchange for clout or money. And I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, they like bother people, they harass people to have sex with them. That's called soliciting for sexual favors. They're like, hey, you, I find you sexually attractive, have sex with me. And they're like, oh, I'll pay you $100 to have sex with me. Or like, I'll buy you food if you have sex with me. That's what the police are doing here. And I'm like, what the fuck? And Tiffany is just going around to every person, harassing them to the point where they're like, leave me alone. I'm not even gonna talk to you anymore because you're crazy. And I don't want anything to do with you specifically. But now I don't have anything to do with her either. I never did. I don't even live near her, and she's still stalking me. She still thinks we're gonna be friends one day. She still thinks all that stuff she did was okay. And I'm like, you're a crazy person. Like, get help. Get out of my life, get out of my face, and improve your own life. Like, just leave me the fuck alone. Holy shit. Like, she doesn't understand this. She's like, oh, we're gonna be, it's fine. Like, I'll just apologize. She's just being a bitch right now. And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, you keep blaming me for all of your life problems. You think that I actually like you when I don't, and I'm just being nice to you because you're technically considered my sister legally. And you keep thinking that I want to have sex with you when you're sexually attracted to me, and then you call everyone around you a lesbian except for yourself. And then you always steal from me, and then you don't want even panic and freak out every time I go on a date when it has nothing to do with you. It's just weird. Oh my god, I don't know what the fuck that is. She's just like, she's like, oh, like, oh, this is disgusting. She's so trashy, and it's like, I can't even be friends with her because she's so ugly. Right? It's like she gets jealous over everything I do because she'll never be as pretty as me. And she's just, every day she would wake up, come to my room just to call me ugly. And I'm like, yeah, I get that you're talking about yourself. Like, it's driving me nuts. I'm just like, what the fuck is your problem? She wakes up calling me ugly, fat, a slut, and say like, I'm never gonna find a husband, or like, I'm never gonna move out. And like, every time I do something for my life, she would just like go to the employers or go to people that I was talking to and lie to them about me. And they don't understand why she would be lying about that kind of stuff until they found out that she's just a crazy person who is insanely jealous of me. Yeah, because she's stupider than I am, she's uglier than I am, and nobody really likes her because she keeps on doing that kind of stuff. Every time she meets somebody who's like a friend to her, she keeps on doing that. I'm like, what the fuck? Do you think maybe that's why you don't have any friends? And like, everyone is just like, everybody in Toronto believed her because they're stupid. And they thought that, like, she's talking about porn because she watches lesbian porn all the time, right? And she just, honestly, all she does is like sit at home, watch porn. She goes out, watches porn. She like smokes crack and watch porn and eat junk food all day, right? And like, I had nothing to do with that. I didn't even know that's what she was doing until I kind of figured out from her behavior that's probably what she was doing with her free time. And she would talk about porn that she's watched to other people, but said that it was between me and her. And I'm like, why would anybody believe it? Turns out all of the people that she was talking to didn't have an active sex life and were also porn addicts. And I don't know why, like, and the ones that weren't hoped that the story that she was telling would come true one day. So it would be like as if the porn, like, fairy tales come true and movies are real and like porn's real or something. And I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Guess what? They all owed me money. Yeah, they were all stealing from me, and like their response wasn't to return all the stuff that they stole and beg for mercy and forgiveness. Their response was to get more in debt and steal more of my stuff and then start engaging in slander and libel. I'm like, okay, like, do you think it's gonna be a happy ending for you? Like, everything's just gonna end well and like happily ever after, people are gonna forgive you, you're just gonna have to quit and find a new job and find a new place to live in? Oh my god. Yeah, that's what happens in life, right? But yeah, they were like, oh, all the community workers smoke crack. That's where Waleed was selling this crack to. The guy's a Jew. So all the community center workers were selling crack, and they were buying crack from Waleed, who works as a cop and was like harassing the homeless shelter residents. And he's Jewish, and he's like trying to tell me that he's actually Muslim, and I was like, what the hell's your problem? Like, can't you just be proud of the fact that you're a Jew? Clearly, if you're pretending not to be Jewish, you're already ashamed by real Jewish people. Isn't that a bad sign? That's a stupid idiot. He's so stupid and ugly. Like, I really wish he would kill himself. And along with Tiffany. And they were involved. Tiffany's a Jew now, cause like I think she converted into Judaism because nobody likes her. And I was like, yeah, that's gonna improve your life. Jeez. But yeah, she still refuses to acknowledge anything that she's done, and like she already has a criminal record involving sexual assault and stalking. Yeah, when she was a kid, she's like 15 or 14 when she was doing that kind of stuff. She already went to like juvie for it or something. I don't fucking know. I think, you know what? I think the foster family bailed her out with the money that they were supposed to use for me. And I was like, yeah, that's called stealing. You stole my money. Are you stupid? Well, you just gonna steal my money and I'm not even gonna care and you don't have to pay it back, like, cause it's a movie, right? Yeah, it's a movie where it's a movie plot, you know, where like, oh, we stole the money, but if you do all this work for her and be friends with her, at the end of it, like, we'll all like each other and we'll all be friends and we can work everything out. Yeah, cause that's a movie plot. Sometimes we use that for TV show tropes. TV trope. Yeah, it's not real life. But anyway, I don't feel sorry for any of the cops that were involved, which was every single one of them, especially the ones that lived in Mississauga. I'm like, I don't even know you. And turns out the TTC workers were talking to the police officers in the Mississauga Peel region. And I'm like, do you think you can leave me alone now? Because they also owe me money. Like, I'm just like, there is not a single person in Canada that doesn't owe me some amount. Turns out it's actually leached into New York. So it's like literally, I don't know who lives in America, the entire continent, who doesn't owe me something. Like they all turned to Jews one day, and I was like, I hate Jewish people. Literally, like you need to leave or kill yourselves or something. Fucking hate Jews. They always borrow. Do you know the story, The Borrowers or Arrietty? Because Hayao Miyazaki made a movie about it. Arrietty, The Little Borrowers or whatever. It's about Jewish people. They're so small. Like they're like, you know, like not physically, like not literally small, but they're small people. As in like they don't like they like to instigate fights. They think that's like clout or whatever. They have like no, they're never the bigger person. You know, like they never let things go. They think every little like offense is punishable by death. Right? They take revenge on every little thing, but it's not like, oh, you ate my fucking hot dog in my fridge, so I'm gonna eat your hot dog. No, it's like, oh, you accidentally used my freaking, you moved my chair in the living room, so I'm gonna go through your entire room and sell everything I can for money, because that's what you get for moving my chair and touching my stuff. It's crazy, right? That's Jewish people. That's Judaism. That's what they're teaching their people. And I was like, why would anybody follow that shit? It's fucking garbage. Like, it's crazy people talk. And like, I think they were trying to like make themselves like not look Jewish by getting curly hair, because I've seen them like walk on the streets. They're all retarded because they like to participate in inbreeding. Like, not even like, some try to hide it by like getting people who are like you know, like, this is my third cousin twice removed. Yeah, that's the type of people that they marry. And I was like, that's disgusting. And they like make these like weird top hats, and they like have these like curly hair stuff. You know, like they have like this fake curly hair and they wear it under their top hats. It looks like a fucking clown costume. Yeah, because they're clowns. You know, and then they can't even like, they make it this like, they wear this like little cloth thing, it's in a circle, and then they just like put it on the back of their head to let people know that they're handicapped. Yeah, that's what that means. So they're handicapped and they have like wear clown costumes, and they wear wigs all the time to let people know that like they have nice hair, even though everyone can tell it's fake. And I'm like, and they're the ones who are like lying to everyone about how me and Tiffany were lesbian lovers or whatever, because they watch a lot of porn. And they didn't understand that like lesbian porn is not real. It's just weird, like they're fucking creepy. And I'm like, okay, well, all they know is how to steal from other people and like go crazy every time somebody accidentally moves something that's theirs, because they have like, they're like dogs. They get like really aggressively possessive over stuff like that. And they never pay they like, it takes them like generations to pay people back, and I'm like, it's not worth it. I'd rather just leave that, honestly. Anyway, it turned into a hate Tiffany the Jew rant. Kind of. It's not really a rant if it's true, right?